If you want to cook turkeys, if you want to cook ribs, pulled pork, Boston butt, this is good for that. I don't know about a nice Texas style brisket, right? All right, so the next thing we're going to install is the actual, I'm assuming this is your chip tray here. I'm going to install it down here. Let's see if this closes. Yes, that'll close. Then this last rack that you have down here, or these last attachments you have down here, is going to be for your water pan. Yep, this is your water pan. This is your water pan holder, I guess. You stick your water pan in here like this. And there's your water pan installed right there. You want this to kind of hang out like this when it's not being used. This little contraption, they want you to put it underneath. All right, guys, there you have it. This is the unboxing and assembling of the Masterbuilt John McLemore series, signature series 230S propane smoker. We'll give you a little 360 view of what it should look like once you're done. Oh, that's that little tray that I was installing. Let me see if I can get a better angle of this. Alright, so that little tray, and all I didn't show it to you, but that little tray, there's a little hole underneath there. That little hanger, the little hook goes in there, and then that grease trap stays right there. So it looks like you got your damper here. More or less air. You've got your handles. You have your igniter right there, and you have your gauge of how much heat you want to apply. And the one thing that I did notice is that I'm probably going to do this right now while I still have you guys. Is let me lower this. I noticed something that kind of bothered me, and I am gonna fix it before I even start. I noticed that there's a lot of wiggle room here. I don't like that. That means there's gonna be a lot of, notice that there's a lot of play here. And that means that my smoke is gonna be coming out, but it does look like this can be adjusted ever so slightly. A little better. I'm gonna see if by moving this, let me see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Yes, moving this a little bit. Moving that nut will allow me to screw this in more, which will give me more of a tighter close on the door. Ah, there it is. The difference is very, very big. All right, just to give you a kind of a what just happened here. I noticed that coming pre-assembled from the factory, my smoker was not closing. There was a little bit of wiggle room, you know, and what that's going to happen is that when you're smoking, the smoke is going to come out through here instead of staying inside. So your best and your very first thing that you should try to do is adjust this. There's an adjuster here. You give it more leeway, and then you turn your little locking mechanism here, and by doing that you're shortening the distance that the door has to close. So now when I close it, now there's no wiggle room. So if you're having issues with your smoker, that smoke is coming out through the doors, through the cracks of the doors, you might want to try that first. The other thing that I've heard, or what I've heard suggested people want to do is, even though this is a nice and tight seal now, I actually like that. You can hear it. You can actually hear it close. And the other thing that is recommended is purchasing for the edges of the actual door some type of insulation. By adding the insulation here all along the edge, that will ensure that you have a nice tight seal so that the smoke stays in the smoker and not coming out, billowing out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did enjoy setting this one up. This is my very first one that I set up. Why a propane smoker versus an electric smoker? Well, I'm gonna create another video where you guys can, I'll give you the pros and cons on this propane smoker versus electric smokers, all right? But thanks for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe so that you guys can keep up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel.